Alright, so the first deck we are trying today, Taliyah Ziggs Landmarks. So, I've been meaning to try some of these landmark-focused decks, and with these various new champions from the latest expansion, Ziggs and Xerath, for a while now. Only getting around to it now. Not too familiar with the decks and how they're supposed to play out, so I just decided to just copy directly what we see on Mobalytics and go from there. So don't have any real opinions yet on the cards that are in this deck, just copying this list directly and hopping into some games and see how they feel. So this is the first one up today. We're going to get around to Zillion Xerath after this. Probably want the things that make their stuff vulnerable so we can interact with it. I like having something to do on one. I assume this is a fine keep. Maybe this is not good enough in against this archetype, but I mean, I'm playing this deck to learn, so. Probably go this into this, I guess. Maybe Ziggs before that.
What is it? If it's made of sand, I can write it. Closing in on the mark.
I think I'm supposed to trade stuff aggressively here because they can get their stuff pretty big. Am I supposed to play Ziggs here? Probably just supposed to play Unraveled Earth, huh? Summon a Scrappy Bomb. Might just play these two out as blockers depending on what our opponent does. So they have the mana to play this and kill our Ziggs. Or, sorry, kill the Invented Chemist. Or they could kill our Ziggs if we try to block something. So I guess we won't do that.
I've never tried this chemical before.
We'll see if they want to try to, like, push 2 points of damage with this. Yeah.
Another day, another explosion.
Their deck doesn't have too much removal, so if they attack here, I think I am blocking. I want to keep our life total as high as possible. Ooh, that would have been a nice draw for this round. Too bad we didn't get it. This says deal 1 to my blocker, right? Okay, so I can hook this. Maybe I'm supposed to open on attacks there. They could have something to trade here, but I don't think I care that much. Am I supposed to summon this next turn and then, like, Desert Naturalist?
One for you and one for you.
Hey! As long as it is destroyed, I think I'm fine with that. Am I banking spell mana? I guess so. Now we have room for other stuff. Okay. So yeah, I actually don't know if I'm supposed to play this to get aggressive. What spell did I play? I actually can't remember. Oh, this, they have an Unraveled Earth in hand. Okay. There's a Ziggs.
If it was important, they should have built it better. Where there's a rock, there's a rock, dude.
I guess I could have gotten a little bit more value off of that if I had played Ziggs first.
A little boom and one really big one! Did somebody say explosives?
Nope, nobody said that. You said that. So this minefield, plus the fact that we have the ability to destroy it, or the one we already have, to slow down their biggest stuff, means maybe we can punch through over the next couple of turns. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Light the fuse!
Think I see something!
Am I actually supposed to hook here? Deal 4 to an enemy that attacked this round or is stunned. I'm actually gonna do this.
Oh, dizzy.
That's a good draw. It's a very good draw. Stun and kill something of theirs. They could protect this. But then we're stunning one of the things that's gonna get bigger, so I think... Okay, they can't play what they find. So are they making the thing that's gonna get stunned bigger? Okay. And then if they want to play the thing that makes the 2/1, it's not going to be too big.
I got a short fuse!
Okay, now they can't play anything, any of that. What? They must have,
The great Vegas leads us to glory!
brought my own fireworks.
Ziggs is like a strange fusion of Bugs Bunny and like Wile E. Coyote. I'm starting to notice. Well, not starting to notice. Probably want this and that. That seems probably fine too.
I've never tried this chemical before. I've got it!
Tempted to play this before we swing, but I want to be able to interact with a Draven or Ezreal if they lay it down this round, or that.
I am superior life form.
I think we want to do that before this disappears, and we have a second one in hand, so even though this is not too valuable of a target, it is kind of annoying, and, you know, we still get our, Now the question is this drawing us another card, or is it fuel for this other Rite of the Arcane? I suppose we will see. I'm playing this. With that play, I think I'm playing this out now as a blocker. I feel like I want to start by swinging. I could play this first. Could swing with both too, because Pokestick finishes this one off, but I kind of like the idea of having another landmark. Wouldn't be surprised to see them trade here. Probably, are they going to play this? They do. So I think we want to just kill this. Is that true? Let's play this first and see if they have any follow-ups. Wouldn't mind killing that. I also kind of want to save this for the following turn. See what they do. They're just ending the round. It's interesting. Still have 3 mana up for one of their other plays. Go ahead and kill this. Pretty good draw, actually.
What a shame for you!
Pretty great draw.
So little when family means so much.
You know, second place is fine too.
No one likes a bad winner, Sammy. No one.
My fear is if they have Scorched Earth in hand, they're gonna kill one of my landmarks that they target. They're kind of getting to the point where they're forced to do it though, huh?
Once I stamp papers, now faces.
I'm gonna pass here. I mean, I don't want to lose these, so there's no reason to Rite of the Arcane and get like 2 for 1.
Primed and ready.
Nice.
Sending a needle. Some rocks just won't sit still.
Sure they have something to kill her. That's the other thing. If they did have Scorched Earth and that was their only way to deal with her, they would have been torn of which one to target. They're going down to 4. Do I play this preemptively? I'm only going to get 1 if I do that. There's no way to test that, like, right? I'm pretty sure I'm only going to get 1. Is that fine? They're going to play this, probably. I feel bad, I guess, if they play a Draven, but... It's not that bad, though, right? We have, like, Rite of the Arcane to deal with the next thing they play. Probably want to play the Waste Walker.
The party has arrived.
Do I save this? I think I do because I have Inventive Chemist in hand. I don't even need to destroy this. I'm wondering if it would have been worth it though anyway. Opponent thinks it's enough, so. Before we continue on, I want to see one thing. The only cards I'm not 100% certain of in this, in this deck are these Shapestones, just because they're kind of weak now. Like, I understand it's cheap. Cheap +1/+1 could be, or +2/+1 could be fine. Feel like this is more for the defensive option than not. But then it makes me wonder if we should be running, since we're in Vandal City, we should be running like Stress Defense. Because Stress Defense It obviously serves a little bit of a different role. Like, this card lets us get a little bit more aggressive, but Stressed Events protects our key threats, and against more aggressive decks, it also downgrades one of their key threats for a turn. That's definitely going to be something I'm going to be keeping an eye on, is how happy we are with this card. Everything else seems like pretty solid, like where we'd want to be. I know the next version we're playing is running another copy of this, but I could see how that could be a bit much for this deck that's looking to go a little bit wider, I think. Because that deck is just looking to control the board, control the board, control the board, get to the arsenal, punch through for lethal. I almost wonder if these could be Absolver, because again, it's not as mana efficient, but the fact that if we have a leveled champion that can give it Overwhelm, it serves the same purpose as Herald of the Magus. Like, for Ziggs and Taliyah with Overwhelm are just so good that I wonder if, like, we want more effects in the deck that give it to them. Desert Naturalist, also another card I could see wanting more of. Waste Walker obviously can be very good, very powerful, and can get very big very quickly. I guess the reason why it's only a 2 of is because it's a bad late game top deck in a lot of situations. And Unleashed Energy just lets us create so much burst damage that it's probably almost certainly where you want to be. It's just the Shape Stone that is like the big question mark for me in this deck for now. That's the thing I'm going to be looking at the most while we play these games. So Waste Walker on 3 into Unravelers could be good, but I could even bank the spell mana. It's been a while since I fought the Deep. I'm not really sure how to approach this matchup, especially, well, what's going to be true for a lot of these games, because I don't really know. We'll start here. If they want to be mana efficient, play a blocker. At least we can like do that. This can take this out before it gets really big, which is good.
Fresh is worth twice as much.
And now we'll play this.
Set the hook.
Okay. Well. There we go. Very good. Very good in this case. Do Shape Stone. Now if they want to play... Oh, they're not running Malkai, actually. Alright, well, we'll see what they play on their next turn.
Give me the stuff. Stuff make happy.
I mean, we're almost certainly supposed to Taliyah this.
Come on, there's so much to see.
She levels up with one more? Yeah. So we could play Explosive Pine Field and get rid of her, get rid of the best blocker. It's a bit unfortunate, but I mean we have these two. Question is, am I just supposed to swing? Because these are unblockable right now on this board. I think I'm just supposed to swing. And not play Taliyah? Or not attack with Taliyah? I think that's correct. Am I supposed to kill that before it heals? Or am I just supposed to play this? I could play this next round. I think I want to make sure this doesn't heal. But then what is destroying this next round? That's the other question. Let's start here then. See what we draw. Heal Arena.
Together, we are stronger than stone, faster than the wind.
Well, looks like we're taking some damage. He's 1 away? So I'm probably supposed to kill this, huh? I can't block these, though. Let's do this. Like, I can block them, I'm just not... I don't think I'm supposed to. Do we think they're playing... They're almost certainly playing at least one Ruination, right? The big problem is if they're also playing, okay, so if I attack with Taliyah first, they die if they don't block it. They want to block this here, so they have to block something, and it could be this. If it's this, we just pokey stick. Or am I supposed to play stuff out? I feel like I could play... With all these Hexplosives minefields, maybe I'm just supposed to play stuff out. If they have Ruination, they just die, right?
And I thought there was something good to see.
Because this has Spell Shield, so... We get in for 7, we play one of our other things, they die. Yeah. Speaking of Hexplosives, this deck has an Hexplosive aggressive game plan. That's for sure. It's listed as a mid-range deck, and definitely is, I would say, but boy does it got an aggressive slant. Which is probably why it's, you know, somewhat viable. I kind of like this for the Fleet Feather Tracker. I like this for, well, most of their other shit. Unraveled Earth is good. To make their stuff vulnerable for sure. I'm not sure how much it matters though. Do we want the Ziggs in this case? What else would I want? I want something to go with Rite of the Arcane, and I want something cheaper than Unraveled Earth, I think. So I think I'm throwing back both of these. Looking for earlier plays. Yeah, Inventive Chemist as a blocker slash tool to enable this. We're taking this block, by the way, if they offer it. Regardless of having the pokey stick. They love keeping these things around because they have a lot of good 2s that protect it. So I'm definitely killing these things. Pokey stick's likely going to be okay to pop a barrier or like get us that little bit of extra damage to finish someone off anyways. Okay, that's a lot of Rite of the Arcane and not a whole lot of things to help protect it. Okay, well that we're gonna hit before they have protection for it. Their deck runs a lot of protection spells like Sharp Sight and Twin Disciplines, etc. Play the Waste Walker out. We're gonna get +1/+1 from this. Although if they play a key threat like that, we probably should use the opportunity while we still have this this thing and just kill it. So, again, they have a lot of protection. We'll play the Inventive Chemist out first because then we have enough mana to then Rite of the Arcane the other Scrappy Bomb. What do we think? They have enough mana to do stuff too. Let's just swing, see what they do. Deal. They want to use a Sharp Sight on blocking my 2-1? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, they definitely... I feel you, opponent. I would definitely have left the game too. I think that was a big mistake.
Challenge. I am wearing my goggles.
For silver I talk, for gold I listen.
That would have been a nice thing to draw this turn. Oh well. I'm assuming they're gonna just swing with this. I'll definitely block here, I think. Yeah, I want her to die. Now they could have Monster Harpoon, but I think the upside of playing this out, considering it's about to become a 5/5 overwhelm, is really high, so I think we're gonna do that. The question is, am I supposed to open attacks or develop the board? I kinda like playing this out to develop the board. Also gives us another blocker. They're currently going very wide around us.
Sun's beneath me and wind's behind me.
Yeah, you don't want to.
Too slow.
Also makes my thing bigger. I would stun this, but I think I actually do want to kill it. They're probably just taking this hit. Did they find stone shaping? Worse, they found Pokey Stick. That's so unfortunate. Pokey Stick being the bottom of my deck really, really sucks.
Where are you, spirit?
Where are you, spirit? I'll do this because this is vulnerable, and this thing reduces the cost of their ship. That would have been a good draw before. Do I want the Desert Naturalist? Yep, there's a Monster Harpoon. Maybe I'm supposed to play this out. Nah, it's a bit expensive. I think I need to go a little bit wide here.
Neither the flames nor the depths could claim.
Well, that is unfortunate. I think this is worth it to save us a little bit of points of health. Although I guess they are leveling this up, huh? It's hilarious. I think that was fine. That was fine for us overall. See, if I'd had this in hand before, I would have just
Water is mine and mine alone.
fought this. Maybe I'm just supposed to immediately search for it.
Scum.
We are dead. Yeah, I had a feeling that would be a tough matchup for us, and it definitely felt hard. That was really lucky for us to dodge things that could meaningfully interact with what we were doing. I'm gonna pass the start and see what they do.
Big head, big brain!
We're saving this for a one of their champions. I could both save her and stun this, which is pretty tempting. Next turn I can Desert Naturalist this. Although we can't hold up mana for thingy. Alternatively, I could block with Ziggs, but I don't think that's worthwhile. Yeah, let's keep their darkness a little bit worse. I think this is okay. I'm gonna start by passing. But I can't play it.
Bring me your darkness, my Seth comrade!
And I thought there was something good to see.
Unfortunately, this can't
I'll
block.
drag you out of there if I
I am doomed.
I'm a good blocker, though. They'll probably kill this, so that this can get a little bit of a better attack.
Can a spirit fight to the death?
Oops, I should have just attacked with this. Ah, actually, that's probably not true.
Whoa, whoa.
Yeah, because then they could just block with this and finish this off. I don't want that. That's a pretty good draw.
Jump with genius.
You dropped something.
There
I dropped
goes Taliyah,
everything.
most likely. That's fine by me. We got another one in hand. So how do we start? Probably not with Ziggs. I kind of want to start here and just swing. May as well swing with this, huh? Because it's not doing anything else. If it's not blocking, we may as well just be attacking with it.
They've got a ghost of a chance.
That's interesting.
I'm going to get him.
Well, I did say I wanted to see the world.
I've never tried this chemical before.
Astounding curiosities lie ahead.
Could be mana efficient and pop this to kill one of their things, but then we don't have a landmark to deal with a bigger threat of theirs.
Look, a thing.
Okay.
Elle, that's not ours.
Bit of a non-bow.
What is that thing do?
It explodes, of course. Go ahead, light the fuse.
I think I'm okay playing one Ziggs to kill this.
Look at it go!
I want to keep our life total a little bit high.
Cat!
With another Ziggs in hand, I think I'll just go ahead.
Oh,
My research!
That. That's a really unfortunate draw. Yeah, that's a pretty unfortunate draw. It would at least be tempting to do if it wasn't
the
for
living and the dead.
that. Okay, so they're gonna deal 3 to I think. Okay, let's pass. This is probably a bad idea. All right,
Make the darkness your own.
they did the thing.
Time to bust out some combustion!
I think we have to play this as a blocker, honestly. Well, yeah, we're dead otherwise. I have to play something. So we'll do this. This will tick down and level up him, which means this will be turned on next turn. So yeah, we're in a really bad spot. Our draws didn't work out the greatest for this encounter. We're definitely playing that. Hopefully this doesn't get cost plus whatever. Okay, well now their prank isn't as good. They'll probably kill this with the darkness they have in hand. But we still have decent blocks. That does upgrade that. Probably doesn't really matter what they pick, but they probably pick +2 cost in the Preservarian. They're not killing one of my things. That's interesting. I guess they want to kill Ziggs after he blocks something. Yeah, maybe this is not worth. Sure. I mean, we were gonna get hit by that at some point, so we're definitely opening on attacks for this next round, depending on what we draw. Yep. We're definitely behind, I would say. Did they just find their other go hard, or did they actually? I think I'm supposed to use this because we need to find things to do with our mana this turn and try to like catch back up. Yeah, definitely worth it. I wish I had done that in response to what they did actually. Now I will.
Did somebody say explosives?
See, I should have started my turn doing this now that I think about it. But I guess they would have had a darkness to kill my big thing, and the damage was probably more worth the potential. Okay, I think that's not the greatest draw. Depends on what they find.
What wondrous discoveries await below?
Okay.
Fuse is burning! Fuse is burning!
We're definitely blocking. I want to keep my life total as high as possible. We don't want to die to thingy off the top.
Throw him away!
Good top deck for our opponent, that's for sure.
Sun's beneath me and winds behind me.
Okay.
Would you look at this place? Woohoo!
This is a close one. Yeah, I don't know. I think that attack our opponent made, where they just traded into a bunch of our stuff, especially like the sarcophagus creating dudes, was probably where the game started turning into our favor. Because ultimately, I don't think those attacks were very good. But, you know, they got a little bit fortunate that we didn't find any of our champions, but I think we got a little bit more fortunate that they didn't find any of theirs that game. Because that one turn we were forced to use the Right of the Arcane, things could have gone way downhill if they had then top decked the Vigar Senna. I think I'm gonna let this be. Let it be, let it be. If they don't want to swing in, I think I'm okay with that. So, what do we think? Do they have an Ezreal? I don't think Ezreal coming down early is that big of a deal compared to Thingy, so we'll just go ahead and attack here, I think.
Let me get you that fire.
I'd say I wouldn't be surprised for them not to block here. How much do we care about that? Not a whole ton.
I thought you'd never ask. It's not bragging if you can back it up.
I'll probably point this at my dome. They didn't. Okay. That is a Ziggs. Do we like playing Ziggs out first, or do we want to just swing? Ziggs now doesn't do a whole lot. Let me start with this. That's interesting. I think this one's worth keeping around.
Sure.
This can't kill a Vi anyway, so let's just kill the Ezreal before he levels. Ooh, that's a reason to wait. But it's not without its risks, so I think we'll just go ahead and do this. I think I like playing Risen Altar. They play another Ezreal, I guess they can shoot. I can't stop that anyway though, so let's get this down while we have the chance, get it to start ticking down. If we find a Taliyah off of these next couple of draws, it's also a very good play in that sense. I think the game will go on long enough for that to be a thing. Definitely blocking if they offer this trade. I'm not sure about that one. I'm assuming they have a Vi in hand, or they're just really looking for something else to do. If they had a Vi in hand, I guess they would have been playing these potentially. Unclear. We're never getting through that anyway. It might be actually be worth just blocking here. Getting this to start ticking down. But I mean, this is a good blocker for future turns. Yeah, it's good for now. Let's start by seeing what we draw into this. If we get a Vi, or Taliyah, excuse me. Can double this Risen Altar, which is really nice. Hopefully, Taliyah can dodge the cost increase. Yeah, I don't care about this. I'm not playing it anymore.
Together, we are stronger than stone, faster than the wind. Let's put these rocks into motion. Beware falling rocks! Hey, we're in!
A missing piece?
It's sad that they've seen those cards because really not hurting our hand at all.
The world's a big place. Let's see all of it. Firing! Check me out!
I think I'm supposed to play Ziggs because the first thing will level him, and then we're gonna deal 4 damage to the enemy Nexus with the next 2. He shouldn't have the ability to kill him with what he has in hand. I'm not sure if we should be overwriting this or this. It's probably this.
Trust me, I know what I'm doing. I just can't wait. Here we go.
And then we just have really, really solid open attacks. Hopefully we can find a combat trick. I mean, that's not bad. Yep, that'll do it.
How do you like them booms?
I thought he was gonna say a very different word there for a second. Alright, that was fun. Yeah, I kinda like this deck. It's an interesting, so one of the main decks I've been enjoying a lot in this format is the Darkness mid-range deck. This one feels a little bit more closer to the style of mid-range I enjoy playing, in that it's got a lot of great proactive plays and a very aggressive, has aggressive draws, but still just enough interaction for you to deal with some key problem cards on the opposite side of the board. And Rite of the Arcane is obviously a big, one of the big key things that lets us do that. 3 mana deal 4 is a very good rate, and it's obviously, not only is it not hard to enable in this deck, it's something we actively want to be doing, is destroying our landmarks for value. So, which is obvious. I mean, it was obvious that this is what this card was for during spoiler season, but it's just worth pointing out how powerful this card really is in this archetype. So everything felt good. You know, the one reservation I said, you know, early on in the set was I'm not sure if Shapestone is going to pull its weight, but it was decent in a number of spots. I don't think I'd want 3 of them, but 2 felt okay for now. I think that this is a pretty good mix of stuff. I'm almost wondering if I want another Risen Altar instead of the Herald of the Magus, because even though I understand that like +2/+2 on and Overwhelm on the champions is really good, you definitely don't need it to win, but I almost feel like more than the Overwhelm, as good as that is with these 2 champions in particular, the +2/+2 is actually pretty great as well. I suppose the other consideration would be Waste Walker. If we felt that this card just wasn't good enough in a lot of situations, we could fill out the rest of our deck with the missing 3-ofs that we might want for consistency's sake. Like maybe we would want a 3rd Risen Altar, maybe a 2nd Herald of the Magus, or maybe a 1-of Absolver, like I mentioned before. Absolver is kind of it kind of serves the same purpose as Shapestone, but then also provides Overwhelm in those key spots when you want to. It's also something to spend your mana on after you get these guys leveled up. But I actually feel like our win con as is, like just kind of the beatdown game plan, get these leveled up champions into play, maybe Risen Altar, you know, copying, getting it destroyed early was good enough. We probably don't need something like the Absolver. And I feel like this Shapestone, like in that one game, was more about the fact that it gave us +1 defense than the +2 attack that really helped us out. It actually helped us out in that other game too to push some damage, but it ultimately wasn't necessary. But yeah, that's the only thing. Maybe the Waste Walkers are not quite good enough, but having something else to throw out on 3 that can then potentially get very big still seems like it might be, you know, good enough. So as is, I would play more games with the deck, but that's a card that I would kind of keep an eye on, I guess is what I'm saying. Yeah, I guess that does it for that deck.